Previously, a world frozen mid-breath, everyone he loved sealed into a jar of light, and one boy left standing inside the beam that was eating it all. This is where the note falls.
Okay, no power left to punch it. No army, no Mara, just the one thing it could never take from me.
Below him, the world hung motionless, every clock, every heartbeat, every falling leaf held midair, waiting for a note only he was left to sing.
The reason I said no, every single time, Riker, this stupid, changing, unfinished world.
He did not reach for the power. He reached for the refusal, the note the choir had marked him for, the one sound in 10,000 years it had never once managed to file away. That note does not resolve. IT will not hold still. Stop. You do not know what IT touches.
I'm counting on it not holding still. That's the whole point. We were never supposed to hold still.
A year ago, he woke on a rooftop with a power he never asked for, in a city that wanted him gone. Everything since had been learning what to do with a gift that was really a target.
You collect worlds so nothing's ever lost. But a thing that can't change isn't saved. It's just stopped, held, silent.
Silence is peace. Forever is mercy. We end the dying. Why do you fight the end of dying?
Because the dying is the living. You don't get one without the other. And I'll take the whole messy deal over your perfect, quiet jar.
He sang it the way you say a true thing you have paid for. Not loud, not clever, just certain. We choose ourselves. We choose ourselves. We choose ourselves. The note went out across the jar of worlds. Not a weapon, not a command, only a single living refusal, repeated from one small boy who would not lie down. And one by one, the worlds in the jar felt something they had forgotten they could feel. The memory of the next second arriving. The choir had spent an eternity teaching every world to sing one single note. It only took one world that refused to remind all the others they had ever owned a voice of their own. No, the pattern holds. IT has always held. This is where the note falls. One boy inside the beam eating his world, with nothing left but the reason he keeps saying no. He did not reach for the power. He reached for the refusal, which is a braver and much stranger thing.
Not anymore. Sing, all of you. You remember how. Sing.
It spread the way dawn spreads, not all at once, but everywhere at once, slow and unstoppable, one waking light setting the next alight. The first world to answer sang a note, nothing like the choir's, small, off-key, alive. And it was the most beautiful sound the void had ever failed to silence. Stop them, you are not saving them, you are losing them. They will change and die.
Yeah, they'll change. They'll live and lose things and change. That's not the tragedy, that's the point.
The note reached his own world last and loudest, because it always circles back to the thing you love most, to see if it still remembers how to move. Far below, the frozen city felt the note, like the first breath after a held one, and something impossible began, very quietly, to thaw.
Come on, wake up. I'm still up here, I'm still singing, wake up.
You are one voice, we are 10,000 worlds. You cannot outsing a god.
I'm not out-singing you. I'm reminding everyone you kidnapped that they had a voice. There's a difference, and it's about to end you.
He gave it everything the year had made him. The fear from the devourer, the grief for Riker, the terror of the echo wearing his face, the stubbornness that had survived 3 falling stars. All of it poured into one refusing note. The jar of worlds became, all at once, a sky full of different stars again. And a sky full of different stars is the one thing a choir of one note can never contain. The pattern is breaking. The pattern is, we are coming apart. A year ago, he woke with a power he never asked for in a city that wanted him gone. It had been a long year.
I know, it's all right. You spent forever making everyone the same. Now you get to hear what they actually sound like.
Down in the city they had saved 3 times, the clocks remembered how to count. The wind remembered how to blow. And every soul frozen mid-step finished the step they had begun. 1,000 people finished a single held breath, and none of them ever knew they had spent a small forever inside the jaws of a god. Down in the jar within the jar, in a plaza gone gold with waking light, one held note began stubbornly to move again. Dark skin, teal braid, a defiance even a god could not press quite flat. We were never supposed to hold still. He sang it like the last true thing anyone had ever said.
Kaito, he did it. That absolute idiot actually did it. He's up there, alone, singing a god to sleep, Of course he is. Of course he didn't wait for me.
The city woke beneath a sky on fire with gold and did not understand what it was seeing, only that, somehow, they were all still here.
I can feel it. The note. He's holding the whole sky open with it, and it's costing him everything. Hold on. Hold on, Kaito. Don't you dare finish it without me down here. Hold on.
High above, the hand of light that had closed around their world could not hold a thing that would not stop moving. Finger by finger, the beam was coming open.
There she is. I can feel it. The world's moving again. She's moving again. Okay, then I can finish this.
The choir was not destroyed. You cannot destroy a song, but a song that everyone stops singing at once simply, finally, ends, and 10,000 worlds took their first free breath in an age. If we end, then they are alone. They will be lost in the dark without us.
They won't be alone. They'll have each other. That's the only thing that ever actually saved anyone. Ask me how I know.
The hand let go. The world slipped free, and the collapsing god scattered the freed worlds home like sparks flung off a breaking wheel.
It's coming apart. The whole thing's coming apart. I have to get down there. I have to get to her.
The gate had carried him up gently. It dropped him the other way, one more falling star, but the first one in a year that was aimed, on purpose, at home.
I lost her hand up there. I promised I wouldn't, and I lost it. Not again. Never again.
He fell out of a dying god and back into his own sky. And for the first time, the sky did not feel like something that was trying to end him. He came home the way everything in their lives had always arrived, too fast, on fire, and refusing to slow down for anyone. Below, the unfrozen, thrice-saved city looked up at one last light falling, and for the first time in a year, did not flinch. Somehow it knew this one was theirs, coming home.
That's him. That's him. Move, everybody move. Get out of the plaza, go. Don't you land without me there. Don't you dare. I am not losing you to a soft landing after all this.
He hit the old fountain the way he hit everything, hard, badly, and entirely without a plan for the landing. It was, all things considered, the most ordinary thing he had done in a year.
Kaito, if you're dead, I will bring you back just to kill you myself.
Did it work? Somebody tell me it worked. Tell me the sky's empty.
It worked. You maniac, it worked. The sky's empty. The stars stopped. We're all still here, you're still here.
I lost your hand, up there at the top. I promised and I lost it.
And then you sang an entire god to sleep to get it back. I'll allow it. Once. Never again.
He had spent the year learning how to let go of her hand and survive it. It turned out the far harder, far better lesson was this: how to take it back and never have to learn the first one again.
Don't go up alone again. Whatever comes next, and something always comes next, we go up together or we don't go.
Together, it's the only plan that ever worked.
All across the city, the frozen woke into a morning that was, for the first time in a year, only a morning. No coal in the dark, no third thing falling, just the sun coming up like it used to. The city came out into the light and found the two it had sent up to argue with the sky lying in the fountain, wrecked and laughing and impassibly, stubbornly alive.
Look at that, nothing's falling. It's just the sky. After a whole year, it's just the sky.
Say the thing. You've earned it. You know you want to say the thing.
We argued with a god, and we won by refusing to stop being ourselves.
Somewhere out in the black, 10,000 worlds were learning their own names again. Somewhere a world that had sung one note for an age remembered it had ever laughed. That was his doing. He would never know most of it. It was enough that it was true. The mark the choir left in him faded to an ordinary scar. He would keep it. Some refusals are worth remembering by. The stars stopped falling. The song went quiet. The sky went back to being just the sky. And the two who had refused it over and over sat in a fountain and let it be quiet. It had started here, a year and a lifetime ago, with a boy who woke up with a power he never asked for, in a city that wanted him gone. The city did not want him gone anymore.
They don't even know what happened up there. They never will.
Good, let them just have the morning. That's the whole reason, isn't it? So they get to have ordinary mornings.
The city that had spent a year looking up in fear was learning, slowly, to look up in wonder again. It was the two of them who had taught it how, and neither would ever take the credit. But the morning was bought, and someone had paid for it. They went, before the celebrating got loud, to the one wall in the city that remembered the cost.
Riker should be here for this part. He took the golden power so we wouldn't have to. Died a king so we could stay people. He'd have hated how sappy I'm being right now.
He'd have said took you long enough, kid. And he'd have been right. He usually was, the smug bastard.
The devourer that fell from the first sky, the golden king their friend became, the echo that wore Kaito's face, the 3 stars, the herald, the burning giant, the silent blue warden. Every scar the sky had left them had a name, and they had survived to say all of them out loud.
They left room for next time. There's always a next time, but not today. Today there's just room and quiet in us.
The dead are kept. We remember them right, and then we go and live, or what did any of them die for? Come on. There's a whole morning out there.
You know they're going to want a story, the whole city. They'll want to know what happened up there.
So tell them the truth.
Tell them the sky asked us to kneel 3 times and then once more, and that we didn't. And that the reason we didn't was that neither of us was ever facing it alone.
That's a good story. Nobody's going to believe a word of it.
Doesn't matter if they believe it. It's true. That's the part that lasts.
A child too young to understand any of it held out a bent flower to the filthy young man who had come down out of the sky. He took it like it was the most important thing anyone had ever given him. It was.
First place you ever ran from a drone. Look at it now.
Look at us now.
A year ago, on this ledge, a frightened boy with a stolen power looked out at a city that wanted him dead. Now 2 people who had refused a heaven looked out at a city that was, finally, just home.
You think it's really over? The falling, all of it for good.
No, something always comes next. But it's over for now. And for now is the only kind of peace anyone ever actually gets. We'll take it. We earned it.
They had spent a year learning how to die well for each other. Now, impossibly, they were going to have to learn the far harder thing, how to live.
So what do we even do now? No monsters, no god, no sky to fight.
I don't know. Something terrifying. Something completely ordinary. Together, obviously.
They walked down off the ledge where it had all begun, out of the story they had survived, and into the far harder, far kinder one. The one where you simply, finally, get to stay. The stars stopped falling. The song went quiet. The sky was only the sky, and on one small blue world, 2 people who chose each other against a whole heaven walked home through the light. 2 people chose each other over and over against a whole sky that told them not to. And when the sky finally ran out of things to throw, they were still there, still holding on, still home. End of season 1. Far out in the dark, 10,000 freed worlds sang, each in its own voice, a sky full of different stars. One of them was small and blue and finally, gloriously quiet. Shadow Protocol will return.